Hello, Fit Family. We are back for another amazing workout. Today, we will be doing seated upper body and balance. So I'm sure you're wondering, how do we do balance from a seated position? It's really simple. We're going to be working with one dumbbell, anywhere from 1 to 5 pounds, and we'll be working in the chair, but we will only be using one arm at a time. That is going to encourage your core to work hard to keep you nice and stable, because the body is moving off balance and the core will have to work to keep you in position with proper form. So make sure that you have your chair, one dumbbell or two of different weights. Make sure that you are subscribed so you do not miss future workouts. Other than that, we're gonna get started right now. Okay, dumbbell under the chair to start. While we do our warm up, we'll go ahead and get that out in just a minute. Go ahead here and pull those elbows back, send the fingertips forward, flat wrist, and when you come out, the hands are level with the shoulders. Pull those elbows and shoulder blades back to warm up those back muscles, but try not to push the stomach forward. So we don't want any arching or compressing in through the lower back. Just getting a little bit of dynamic stretching going on here. And if you would like a little bit extra to get that heart rate pumping, you can go ahead and march those legs as well and speed it up. We're gonna take 10 more. Halfway. 3, 2, and 1. You can continue marching the legs and just march one at a time as you bring both of those hands up and just lightly tap the shoulders. Try to pin those elbows in towards the sides. You can skip the legs if you just want to focus on the arms. Lots of good options for you here, getting blood flowing through all of these muscles, getting that heart rate up just a little bit. We will be recruiting, I mentioned at the beginning of the video, core strength today. So although we are not directly doing abs in these exercises, they will be working all day long. I want you to remember to stay tall in your posture and pull those abs in with a light squeeze. So pull in and brace those abs through our entire workout today so that your body stays stable and your low back stays safe. Take those arms out to the sides. Give me some of those shoulder circles forward here. Good. Again, option. You can tap those legs out if you choose, if you would like to bring the intensity up just a little bit. Increase the calories, increase the heart rate. Today's workout, all of our workouts, they're always all about you, what feels good for you, what feels good for your body. You are the expert, so please modify anything that feels uncomfortable, wrong, or unsafe for your body today. And just because something worked last time or didn't work last time does not mean that that's going to be the case today. The body is different every day. Take those circles back. Good. Probably feeling a little bit heat in the shoulders. That's a good thing. Let them warm up. Tapping through those feet are optional. You can keep your circles slower or lower to the ground, whatever works for you. Good. And then lean forward slightly. Practice pulling those abs in and bracing. Thumbs are gonna come right before the shoulders and send the pinkies back. So warming up through the triceps now. Very good. We did some standing leg and core balance earlier this week. It's very important to keep those feet and ankles nice and strong so that the body can better balance. But a lot of our balance actually comes from the stability that we have in through the trunk of our body. So low back, abs, and hips. So we're gonna be working on the top half today while we also tone and strengthen our upper body muscles. Beautiful job there. Take those fingers to the front and just go ahead. Give me a light open and close of the fingers. All the way open, spread the fingers, tuck them in. You don't have to squeeze really hard, just closing is enough. We're just warming them up. They're gonna be using the weights today. We will work from right to the left side of the body today, so we'll be getting a nice break on our non-working side before we go back. So it's also a nice option. You also have the ability to focus on one arm, since we're only moving one at a time today, rather than two. So really easy to have proper form and posture today and keep yourself extra safe because you only have one side to focus on and worry about. Go ahead underneath your chair. Your weight should be there for you. We don't want tripping hazards. Sit on up, nice and tall, and we'll just start here with a wide bicep curl. So the elbow is gonna touch into the side, weight drops down towards the floor, fingers facing away from the body, and curl up here. Now it's not about speed. We're gonna lift, lower, slow, tighten the core. Your other arm can be out here for balance. It can be to the hips, wherever you feel most comfortable. Very good. We have 5 more on this side. Stay in control. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Take it over to the left hand. That's a nice break for the right hand here. Same thing, connect that elbow to the side. Fingertips turn out, bicep curl up, release slow. Really focus on this bicep muscle here. Nice and strong. It's responsible for pulling and lifting. Very good. Right arm goes wherever you need it to so that you feel stable. You probably feel yourself wanting to drift over to the left side of your chair. Please avoid that. Stay center with the body. Decrease the weights if you find that you're having a hard time maintaining control. Tighten those abs. Pull them in. Just about there on this side. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go back to the right side, same exact thing. When you get to the end of our set, when you get up into the 12 to 15 range, it should be starting to feel a little bit challenging, struggle. So you wanna make sure that you're also lifting weight that is heavy enough to challenge you. So light enough that you can keep your body controlled, heavy enough that you are still able to progress in your strength and muscle development. Good, nice flat wrist at the top and at the bottom. Don't start letting it do this. You are going to stress out that carpal tunnel, nice and easy. Awesome job here. Stay focused. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Take it over to the left side. Right hand gets a nice good break. Left side is fresh off of its break time. Don't rush through this. Lower, pause, lower, slow. Lift, pause, lower, slow. Very good. Too many things to focus on. Very good. Make sure that that elbow is not swinging here. Core pulled in tight, spine nice and tall, shoulders out of the ears. You have just a few more to go. 2 and 1. Beautiful job there. Now, we're gonna turn slightly to the left side, tuck those legs in, right arm drops here to the front, pull up and back. So the weight kind of pulls to the high rib cage, elbow stays tucked in. You have your left arm here for balance if you need it. Good. Rib cage does not open with the arm. The body stays forward. It's just the arm pulling. Hug those abs in. Very good. 3, 2, and 1. Switch it over to the other side. Turn yourself to the right. Drop that left arm. Your right arm can stabilize you here. It can be out to the side for more balance. Feet planted into the ground so that you have a really stable base. Good. Shoulders stay forward over those knees, lowering and lifting that elbow. Core pulled in, shoulders out of the ears. 3, 2, and 1. You guessed it. Back to the left side, right arm off of break. Here we go. Keep going here with me. Good, you should feel those back muscles working, shoulder rolling on to the back, closer to the spine. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job there. Last set here on the left side. Same thing here, stabilize through those feet. Nice, good, solid foundation. No twisting in the body. We don't want any movement in the low back. Just these nice big upper back muscles. Very good. Almost there. And last one. Beautiful job. Step it back to the front. Weight goes to the right hand. Now this would be an exercise where if you have a lighter set of dumbbells, that may work out a little bit better for you because this one can start to feel very heavy very quick. We're gonna take the weight. The weight is right in front of the right shoulder in the right hand, palm is facing you. When we open, we swing the elbow out, press this weight up. As we bring it back down, the elbow returns in. Let's go ahead and hit some of those together. Make sure that those core muscles, you guessed it, are pulled in tight. Your left arm can be wherever it needs to be to help you balance. You're gonna feel some of those back muscles working here too. This is definitely nice and solid in through the shoulders. Very good. You have 3 more on this side. 2, and 1. Take that down. Same thing here. You can wiggle out those right fingers. Take it over to the left side. Palm faces you. Weight, dumbbell right at about shoulder height. Open it up. Bring it back. So that rotation of the hand facing you, facing out. Beautiful job here. No movement through the body. Keep it stable. Use those abs. Use your feet connecting to the floor. Very good. 3 more here. Awesome job. 2 and 1. We are getting a little bit of cardio benefit here too. You'll notice that you're using a lot of oxygen. The blood is circulating, heart rate is increased. Right hand, last set. Beautiful. Hang in here. You're doing awesome. Don't give up. If it starts to get tough, you can just decrease to that lighter weight. You can do this with no weights, or you can just skip a few, take a break, and come back to it when you need to. You should feel those abs working. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Same thing, left side. Last set here. Run through that checklist. Where are those ears? Where are those shoulders? Over the core. Over the hips, belly button pulled in. Are you breathing? Feet pressing into the floor. Body not moving. 3 more on this side. 2 and 1. Beautiful, beautiful job there. All right, we're gonna go ahead. Take the weight to the right arm. We're gonna lean ourselves forward just slightly, so just a small bend forward. Good. We're gonna draw this shoulder and this elbow up just a little bit. Straighten that weight out and in. So it's kind of like the robot dance movement here, except what I don't want you to do is just swinging the arm. Focus on taking it out, bringing it in. Even if you do this with no weight, just focus on squeezing this back muscle here. Also a great place for a lighter weight. This one is a little bit tougher, so we're gonna do less of these, 10 of them together. Really good at toning the back of the body. You're also using your balance here. Seven, very good. 9 and 10, beautiful job. Same thing to the other side. You're gonna feel that shoulder working to keep that arm stable. You're gonna feel a little bit of those chest muscles working. Nothing should be painful. If it is, modify with a traditional tricep kickback. Let's go here on the left. Elbow does not move. It stays in position the whole time. The hand doesn't have to move big. You just need to extend that weight out. Very good. These ones add up quick. You are doing good. Hang in there. Try not to let the body start turning. I kind of caught myself doing that there. 9 and 10. Take it down. Give them a good little shake. One more set over to the right side if you need to decrease the weights, or you need to do less repetitions, that is okay. I know this one is tough. Do what you can, and then eventually we will be able to do more. Shoulders stay level and over the hips. Kind of wish I would have grabbed my lighter weight for this one right about now. That's okay, we'll get through it together. 9 and 10. I don't know if you guys know this, but you encourage me, hopefully as much as I encourage you. I know that you guys are watching, and I won't quit either. I will not. I'll modify when I need to, but I will not quit. I will keep going, and knowing that you guys are watching and doing this with me, I just feel that support and energy and encouragement to keep pushing, keep making progress. Very good. Halfway here on this left arm. Two more. Tighten up the body, make sure that that core is tight. One more here, and bring it in. Set that weight down for just a second. Give everything a nice good shake. Quick drink of water if you need it. Towel off. We are almost through all of these exercises. You're doing awesome, but we still have just a little bit more to go. Shall we? Back to the right arm. This time I want you to kind of scoot those hips forward in your chair. Tighten the core, really, really good posture. And then just lean that back to rest the upper back and the shoulders on the back of your chair. Do not let the stomach start dipping down. No slouching posture, nice and tall. Right arm here, palm facing forward or away from you. Chest press here. 15 of them together. Here we go. Core nice and tight. Elbow comes out. Stop when it's shoulder height and press. So you're kind of pressing up and towards the middle over the chest. Very good. Keep that core tight. Keep that low back nice and solid in between the hips and the rib cage. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Wiggle that arm out a little bit. Shift the weight over to the left hand. Reset your posture. Tighten the core. Lean it back. Let's go here on the left arm. Remember, the palm faces out. Elbow stops when it's off of the shoulder, so we don't want to be coming really far below and stressing out the shoulder joint there, right here. Also keeping you in that range of tension. Tighten the core. Beautiful. 3 more here. 2 and 1. Very good. Bring it up. Give yourself a chance to check in with the low back. A little bit of a wiggle or shimmy if you need it. To the right hand. Here we go. All the way up. Lower down. Don't be shy to kind of take a peek. See where that elbow is landing. Hopefully wrist is right over the elbow at the top. Look for that angular stacking in the joints. Wrist over elbow, elbow off of the shoulder. Tighten the core. Almost there with this one. 3, 2, and 1. Again, bring it up. You may may be noticing that the low back is starting to work too. It should feel like work. It should not be painful. You can stuff in, if you have our exercise squish ball, you can stuff that in, a small pillow, something to give it a little bit of support so that you're not slouching if you need that. If you are able to keep working from the core strength, let's go here to the left hand. We are almost done with this one. You'll be out of this position. Very good. Over halfway there. Stay nice and strong with me. Watch that form. Focus on the body. Don't start drifting away in your mind to somewhere else. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Sit it on back up into your chair nice and tall. Take the weight back to your right hand. Feet plant in the floor. We're sitting upright again. Abs pull in. Weight drops down to the right side. Soft bend in the elbow so that as you lift, the wrist is a little bit further forward than the elbow. Elbow is still coming off of the shoulder. Go here with me if you haven't started already. Beautiful job. Taking this weight long off the body definitely requires a lot of work through the core. 3, 2, and 1. Release that down slow. Let's switch it over to the left hand. Here we go. Same thing. Left hand drops down. Pull the elbow up to get a slight bend in through there. Right arm wherever you need it for the balance. Lift and lower. Hand, shoulder height. Small bend in the elbow. Core nice and tight. Don't rush through this. Let those muscles get nice and strong. Very good. It should be getting nice and warm in there. 3, 2, and 1. You can always tell when I'm starting to struggle. I start getting real fidgety, tapping the toes, wiggling the fingers. Right side, here we go. 15 here, back to the left, and then we're all done with this one. Beautiful. My left shoulder's too tired to stay out. Tuck it in if you feel the same way. Awesome, hang in here. Make sure that as you get tired, you're keeping your good form in here. Don't start getting wibbly wobbly. If you feel like you cannot stay in control, decrease the weight or modify and decrease the range of motion. Last one here. Oh, very good. Wiggle those ones out. Take it to the left side for the final round here. Very good. Focus as you get more fatigued. In this workout, I want the focus to increase. You get tired, that's when we are most prone to injury. The body is getting a little bit weaker, the muscles aren't working as well, it's going to start trying to conserve energy, meaning you have to pay more attention to make sure that it is not trying to conserve energy in a way that puts you at risk for injury. One more. Take it down. Beautiful job. Okay. Right hand faces forward. We're going to take a hammer curl here to the front. It's going to be a little bit easier on the core because the weight is closer to the body this time. Watch out for your right knee. Elbow stays pinned in at the side, core still nice and tight. Just about there. Very good. Last one here. And down over to the left. Are you hanging in there with me? We're getting through this nice and steady. We're doing it together. I'm here with you. I feel the work too. Very good. Two more on this side. These ones go a little bit quicker. Let's go back to the right side here. Keep that elbow pinned into the rib cage. We're not swinging this weight forward and back. Abs are still pulled in and with a light squeeze, so you're engaging through this middle body. Even though it's a little bit easier to keep this exercise stable, we still want it working. Good. Hang in here. 3, 2, and 1. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the muscles. If they are on fire, let yourself develop that strength and endurance. Hang on. Let's go to the left side. Awesome job. Check through that list for your posture. Three more here. Last one. Goodness. Okay. Take this weight to the right hand. You have two options here. I'm going to show you the progression and then I'll show you the little bit less challenging modification for this exercise. So, progression, you're going to take the weight in the hand and press it up and back with the palm up towards the ceiling. If that is uncomfortable or does not work for you, you're just going to do a single arm tricep extension where you lift with kind of this outer pinky edge side of the hand. So whichever one you want to try it doesn't work, you go to the other one. It does not matter. This back tricep muscle is going to be working either way. One is just a little more challenging than the other. So we'll start here, pressing the palm up towards the ceiling. Make sure that you are not rolling the wrist back, flat wrist. It's just bending through that elbow. If that does not work, turn that palm in towards the midline of the body and lift there. So hopefully you are moving with me. Lot of core strength required to keep this hand up and balanced. I kind of like a mix of both, which is also a really good option as you develop a little more strength through there. Just about to give me that squeeze on that extension in the tricep to and 1. Beautiful. Drop that down, give it a good shake. You know the drill by now. Left side. There is no rush here. The point is to we're not going for speed. We're working on muscle strength. We're working on stability in the body, so there is no need for you to rush and go fast. If you need to slow this down, it's a great option. Focus on the control and stability. Watch that wrist, make sure nothing is funky in there. 3, 2, and 1. Back to the right side. Last set here on the right. We'll do one more time on the left. Good, I can feel myself getting tired. I'm gonna go to the modification. Three more here. 2, last one. Beautiful. Left hand, here we go. Core tight. Work through the middle body, creating a nice stable foundation. Arm works. Tone the backs of these arms. Very good. Nice and tall. Don't start pushing the stomach forward, trying to get that arm further back. Stay tucked. 3 more. 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Our last exercise here is going to be a little bit different. We are going to be using both arms. However, only one arm will be weighted, but they will both be moving. So obviously one side's gonna be heavier than the others. Keep your core pulled in and tight to support this movement. Palms forward, take it up, touch, and lower. So using our left arm just gives us a place, kind of a marker of sorts of where this right arm needs to go. We don't want to start drawing it too far over, too far high or low, and doing weird things through this shoulder joint. Very good. Since both arms are working a little bit here, we will do a little bit less. Take that down. Switch it on over, 10 here on the left. So you're kind of creating as if you were tracing over a big beach ball. You can do this with no weights. If it starts to get heavy, you can modify smaller movement or skip every other one. Beautiful job here. Last one. Take it down, set the weight to the thighs, shake those hands out. I do understand that both shoulders are working, so we'll take a brief little rest here. We will do one more set, and then we will move on. All right, here we go. Back to the right arm, palms face forward, 10 of these here with the right hand holding the dumbbell. Very good. Breathe, core nice and tall, spine really lengthened, abs pulled in. Beautiful. 3 more. 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Take that down. Oh, gosh. They get so heavy so quick. You've got this. I've got this. We have got this. Let's go left side here. Palms forward. Nice, steady, controlled movement. Do not speed it up. I would rather take a lighter weight or no weight over bad form any day, any time of the week for this one. Good form is going to supersede anything else. Heavier weights, speed, work. Nice and solid here. 2 and 1. Beautiful job. Take that down. The moment you have been waiting for, take this weight under the chair. Go ahead, sit on up nice and tall and just open those hands back. Stretch the chest up and forward. Reach those fingertips down towards the floor. And then let's draw the left arm up, right arm back. So you're gonna feel the front of that shoulder stretching there. Left back muscles stretching open. Switch. Don't rush out of here. Flexibility, mobility is a big, important part of your fitness routine. We need these muscles nice and strong, but we need the muscles, tendons, and ligaments able to stretch under tension. So this is very important. It will also help decrease some of the soreness. Last one here. Go ahead, as we drop this right arm, swing it in and across. Try to avoid pulling on the elbow joint. Just go ahead, send it forward, forearm to forearm. Keep a little tension out of the joint, so nothing in the wrist, nothing in the elbow, but we still have the same exact stretch. Oh, you guys, I'm nice and tired. I will not even lie. I feel this one. It's a great workout. I have no doubt that you guys did an amazing job at home. Drop that down. Same thing, other side. Make sure that no joints are being hurt in this process of stretching. Give the body a chance here to cool, relax, bring the heart rate down steady. Amazing job today. Take that one down, give them a nice little shake. Arms both raise overhead, touch those fingertips together, and then let the thumb touch. If it reaches, touch the back of the neck. Then you can close the fingers. If it doesn't reach, that's okay too. Just work on getting it down. Work on getting those elbows in, biceps towards the ears, and stretching through the backs of the arms here. It's very similar to this stretch, but again, we're not pulling on a joint. Open it up, wrist circles forward, hand back on the way down. Holding those weights, you probably noticed how much the hands were working today. Wiggle those fingers. Weightlifting dumbbells, it's amazing for grip strength. Close the thumbs over to the base of the pinky and then open. And then make a nice smooth circle through there. Just get some movement. Reverse it. Weightlifting's so good for the body. It's a weight-bearing exercise. It will help keep your bone density nice and strong or increase your bone density. It'll help you raise your resting metabolic rate, burn more calories through your daily life. There's just so many benefits. Grip strength is also one of those benefits. Wiggle those fingers. Take it on down. Just set the fingers, hands to the lap, or just let them fall into space. Right ear over to the right shoulder. No forcing, no bouncing, just nice. Hang there. Up and over to the other side. Now, this side is a lot tighter. You may notice that you're carrying tension heavier on one side than the other. It's normal, but we do want to work on it. It's just something you want to be really aware of. And then bring it back up. A couple shoulder circles here. Give yourself a little wiggle. Best feeling in the world. Good deep breath in, and then let it go. Thank you so much for joining me for this workout. Go ahead, until our next workout, go do something good for yourself. Treat your body like it is something that you love, because it most certainly loves you back. Drink your water. Good, healthy, nutritious food, a little bit of sunshine with your sunscreen. But until our next workout, you guys take good care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon.